Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG Build Guide Edition. Today I'm ready to drop on you my updated Rogue Marksman Shotgunner. And I will explain what that means. This is a build that I've wanted to do for a very long time and I'm blown away with the results. As always, everything is timestamped in the description below if you need to bounce around. We'll check out gameplay, skills, passives, gear, and of course break down that character sheet. Let's not waste any time and jump right into this. Starting off with some gameplay. Now the skills we're going to be using: Shift for movement and survivability, Smoke Bomb for helping you with crit and survivability, Decoy for generating threat, Dark Quiver for helping you with damage and rebuilding mana, and then Multishot, which you're going to be using 99% of the time. Now all you need to know right now is that in a normal marksman build, you want to be as far away as possible. Obviously, you gain survivability for not being in harm's way, and you can take sharpshooter. In this build, it is opposite. You want to be as close to the enemies as possible. It's a shotgun build. I'll explain when we go through the skills. It's actually really hard to showcase just how much damage this does because enemies die so fast.
Not happening.
Let's see if we can get a couple big boys to fight. Watch this. Right up to the scorpion. They died so fast. Hold on. Let's see if we'll get another one. Come on, give me another one of those spinning guys. Now, obviously, I could just be running through this right now, but I'm trying to showcase. Like that. Here we go. See that? Just melts. All right, now I'm gonna go fast, like I'm playing a regular run. Watch this.
Not happening.
Right in their grill, right up front. Done. Now, obviously, you can hit people ranged, it just doesn't do as much damage.
Not happening.
So easy. This is a build that we were putting together on Twitch the other day. I was blown away with how well it did. Blown away. Let me show you how to recreate this build. So let's check out the skills, starting with Shift. Now, if you ever made a rogue before, this is a skill that you see in almost every single build because it's so darn good. Now what you want to do is take survivability route. 3 into shadow recuperation, 2 into breathing technique, 1 into rebound, 1 into vault, 1 into molting, 4 into swift recovery, 3 into momentum, 1 into shadow slip, and 4 into elusive. Now a lot of people take kill threshold. That only works if you're using melee weapons, so not for this build. And some people like taking damage. No, we're not going that route. Shift is to keep you alive, regenerate your mana, make sure you run quick, and it even cleanses you. Great skill. This is the best way to run it. Moving on to the newcomer, we are going with Dark Quiver. Now, some people don't like Dark Quiver. For me, you're really only going to use this on boss fights, big fights, areas that you can't get through. But it will give you the boost you need, and you're going to be happy to have it. What you want 4 into heavy arrows, 5 into rendering shot, 1 into true shot, 4 into archer's focus, 4 into resolve, and 2 into heart seeker. It'll help you with crit, it'll help you with damage, it'll help make you so your multi-shot pierces. It's going to give you 8 mana back every single time you pick up a arrow, so if you are low on mana, you can use Dark Quiver to recuperate it as well. It's a good skill. I like it. Moving on to Smoke Bomb. This is going to help you with survivability and crit. You want 1 into Shroud in Darkness, 4 into rapid concealment, 1 into thick smoke, 4 into eroding fumes, 5 into lingering fumes, and 5 into shadow hunter. Shadow hunter is what's going to give you your base crit rate, and it only works on ranged, which is what we are doing. Very good skill. You're going to use this all the time because it helps keep you alive. Decoy. For here, again, we're not taking any damage. This is strictly to keep you alive, and it gives you a boost to survivability. You want 5 into embedded spikes, 1 into backup buddy because you want to be able to throw 2, 5 into lasting presence, 4 into the shadows, 1 into ambush, 3 into efficient construction, 1 into sonic detonation. Now, after your backup buddy explodes, you're actually going to get a boost to your crit strike multiplier. So we'll give you a little bit of damage, which is nice. It's also going to give you survivability based upon your dodge rating. Okay? Kind of one of those staple skills as well. And last but not least, let's talk about what makes this build sing. And of course, that is Multishot. Now I'm going to read the skills first, and then I'll tell you why this is a shotgun build. You want 2 into efficient draw, 2 into quick draw, 1 into back to back, 2 into repeater bow, 1 into hang loose, 3 into point blank, 3 into true strikes, 3 into critical arrows, 2 into large quiver, and 1 into giant slayer. Now this whole build is focused around 2 nodes. One is right here, point blank. Multishot deals more hit damage to close targets, falling off rapidly but deals less hit damage far away targets. So you're going to get a 75% boost to your damage for being close, and if you bounce to the other side, you've got Giant Slayer. Multishot arrows from the same attack can hit the same target and have an increased chance to stun enemies, but Multishot deals significantly less damage. So on here, you're going to have an 800% chance to stun, but your damage is going to be 80% less. So these kind of balance out, right? You're going to be boosting by 75, and then here you're going to be losing by 80. So they kind of get you back to the middle. But this build shoots shoots 17 arrows. So you can literally hit the same target if it has a big enough hitbox 17 times with a single shot. And look how fast you shoot. Think about that damage. That's every shot times 17. I mean, literally, boss's life goes down like this. It's really, really good. Very, very strong. I thought we were going to struggle with survivability, and so far it has not been a problem. You know what they say? The best defense is a good offense. Moving over to passives, and right now my character is level 86. Level 86. In the base class, you want exactly 21 points, 8 into Swift Assassin, 8 into Steady Hands, and 5 into Dodge and Parry. That's it. That's it. Over to Blade Dancer, you want 8 into Cloak of Shadows for the Dexterity and the Glancing Blow chance. And then moving over to Marksman, 69 points, 8 into Draining Arrows, 8 into Assassin's Quiver, 10 into Wound Maker, 5 into Heightened Senses, 7 into Missile Mastery. Jump over here, 10 into Thief's Quiver. This is what really keeps you alive. You're going to get 5% bow damage leached as health. 6 into Sniper's Gambit, 1 into Barrage of Pain, 5 into Perfect Aim, 10 into Ethereal Arrows. This is really important because you're going to be using a lot of mana. And then 2 into Master Archer. You need all those extra arrows. Those are the passives. We did lots of testing on this. I felt like this is the best way to go. And obviously you can see here, Missile Mastery is what I'm leveling right now. Moving over to everyone's favorite gear, starting with idols. Now the idols you're going to want to look for is increased damage per arrow with Multishot. So you can roll this with Shred. You can roll this with physical damage. So I've got one with Multishot and one with physical damage, both not great rolls. Actually, this one might be okay. Yeah, this one's okay. It can go 6 and 90. It rolled with 5 and 80. And this one's 5 and 17. It can go as high as 45. Okay, so you want 2 of those. On here, I've got increased bow damage and chance to shred armor on bow hit. And then up here, we just have physical damage. Physical damage, physical damage, physical damage. Now, what you want to see is in my build planner, when I went through and built it, the link is in the description below. I put in the perfect idols I would use for the build. So you could check that out. Okay, moving off idols and looking at gear, starting with the helmet. Increased damage per arrow with multi-shot, critical strike multiplier, cooldown. You want cooldown because you want to use shift as much as possible. And then obviously this affix is the same as in your idols. Helps you a lot with damage. Amulet, physical penetration, physical damage. Lots of resistances on this amulet. Quiver, crit strike multiplier, physical damage, plus 11 to bow physical damage. Armor, physical damage, and then increased damage while wielding a bow, and then this one I also took to mana. Now, what I would really want on this armor is the same affix here, the increased damage per arrow with multi-shot, but this is the best one that we were able to find. Weapon, it is not required, okay? Want to be clear, it is not required to use this bow, but it will help you because you'll shoot more arrows, and it'll help you with your mana cost. Okay, but if you have Drellcore's Compass, which is not super hard to find, this would be the best in slot for this build. But any rare bow that gives you good physical damage could be used as well. Ring, mana regen. Belt, mana regen. Ring, mana regen. Relic, critical strike multiplier, physical damage. Boots, movement dex, and then gloves, critical strike chance dex. That is the gear. Moving over to the character sheet. Now, right now I have 34 points into dexterity, 2 to vitality, 29 to movement. Resistances are okay. Fire 40, lightning 50, cold 52, physical 47, poison 75, necrotic 73, void 57. Now, in this build, when it comes to survivability, you don't really care about armor. You care a little bit about dodge, but not much. And you don't really care about endurance or endurance threshold. We got a little bit of everything. What's going to save you is your critical strike avoidance and your glancing blow. Now on here, you'll see glancing blow at 31. Every single time you use smoke bomb, that is going to jump all the way up to 71. And your dodge is now up to 23. So you're going to have a little more dodge, you're going to have great glancing blow, and you're going to have a crit strike avoidance. On top of that, you're going to be leeching a ton of life back. So as long as you are shooting, you're going to be fine, okay? As long as you're shooting. I feel like what hurts this build the most is if you get stunned. And in those instances, just shift away and then go back in. That is what I do. When you look at damage for this build, again, you're going to get a big damage boost on Smoke Bomb. Okay, so on here, you'll see bow crit strike goes up to 30%, crit strike multiplier to 64, and increased physical damage 533. But you also got to remember that on here, we are taking Wound Maker, which is going to give us critical vulnerability chance at 100%. Critical vulnerability is a stack ailment that has a 5% additional chance to be crit and reduces critical strike avoidance. Which means, because of that 100%, as long as you're shooting enough, you're going to be critting every single time you shoot. So that in itself is going to give you pretty much your maxed crit. All right? So that is the character sheet. All right, everyone, that's the build guide. I want to know your opinion. What do you think of my new Rogue Marksman Shotgunner? Let me know in the comment section below. If you haven't heard, this coming Friday is my 2-year anniversary stream on Twitch. Not 2 years on Twitch, 2 years on YouTube. That is how long I have been here making content, almost 620 videos. We're gonna be doing giveaways, I'm gonna give away games, I'm gonna be giving away merch. We've got a special guest that you probably know who it is. It's gonna be a great stream. First link in the description below if you would like to go there and support. It's always a good time. If you haven't had a chance to join the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We're now over 1,200 members, great conversations every day. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is also in the description. I hope you all enjoyed this shotgun marksman. Hopefully you're entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.